Think Malaysia is just about Petronas, towers and street food? Think again. Hidden behind guarded gates and towering hedges across Kuala Lumpur, Penang and Johor are mansions so extravagant they have their own private armies, so luxurious they cost more than entire shopping malls, and so exclusive that most Malaysians have never even seen them from the outside. These aren't just homes, they're kingdoms built by tycoons who turned sugar, banking and palm oil into billion ringgit empires. From royal palaces with underground armories to modern glass fortresses overlooking the city skyline, these properties redefine what wealth means in Southeast Asia. Stick around, because the mansion at number 1 is being built right now and will cost more than most people earn in 1,000 lifetimes. Number 7. The Ampang Hilir Trophy Mansions, Embassy Row's Hidden Jewels. Estimated value range, 15 to 30 million ringgit, approximately $3 to $7 million each. Ampang Hilir, often called Embassy Row, is where Malaysia's elite prefer to keep their primary residences away from prying eyes. The tree-lined streets here are home to sprawling colonial-style mansions and ultra-modern architectural statements, each sitting on massive plots that could fit 10 normal houses. These properties feature grand driveways that curve past manicured gardens, multi-car garages housing collections of European luxury vehicles, and security systems sophisticated enough to make embassies jealous. The lifestyle here is refined and deliberately understated. Behind those tall gates and tropical landscaping, families live in homes with 12-bedroom configurations, separate guest wings, staff quarters that house full-time chefs and housekeepers, and entertainment spaces designed for hosting Malaysia's business and political elite. Many properties feature resort-style pools with cabanas, private tennis courts, and gardens maintained by teams of professional landscapers. But it all started when Malaysia's post-independence elite sought addresses that reflected their new wealth and status. Ampang Hilir became that address, close enough to downtown Kuala Lumpur for business convenience, but elevated and exclusive enough to signal arrival at the top of Malaysian society. Diplomats loved the area for its prestige and central location, which only increased its cachet among local billionaires who wanted to live where ambassadors lived. What makes these mansions fascinating isn't just their size or luxury, it's the privacy they provide. Unlike flashy penthouses or public-facing estates, Ampang Hilir properties let billionaires live like royalty without becoming spectacles. The neighborhood represents old money discretion, where true wealth whispers rather than shouts. And while Ampang Hilir offers urban elegance, our next property proves that Malaysia's ultra-wealthy also know how to escape to paradise. Number 6. Penang Hill Colonial Estates, where history meets luxury. Estimated value range, 20 to 40 million ringgit, approximately $4.5 to $9 million. High above Penang's tropical heat sits a collection of colonial-era estates perched on Penang Hill, where temperatures drop 10 degrees and million-dollar views stretch across the Strait of Malacca. These aren't ordinary homes. They're restored British colonial bungalows that have been transformed into modern luxury residences while preserving their historic charm. Think whitewashed exteriors, wraparound verandas, high ceilings designed for tropical ventilation, and modern interiors hiding behind classical facades. The lifestyle up here feels like stepping back in time while enjoying contemporary comfort. Owners wake to mist rolling through tropical forests, have breakfast on colonial-style verandas overlooking the island below, and spend evenings in air-conditioned luxury despite being surrounded by nature. These estates typically feature 5 to 8 bedrooms, formal dining rooms with views, libraries filled with teak furniture, and gardens where orchids grow wild. But it all started in the 1920s and 1930s, when British administrators and wealthy merchants built hill stations to escape the coastal heat. They chose the most spectacular locations, constructed homes using the finest materials, and created a rarefied community above the bustling port below. When Malaysia gained independence, many of these properties fell into disrepair until wealthy Malaysians and international buyers began restoration projects in the 1990s and 2000s. The restoration work itself often costs millions of ringgit, preserving original architectural details while adding modern plumbing, electrical systems, climate control, and security. The result is homes that feel like museums but live like modern mansions. Some properties include original Victorian-era bathtubs, restored tilework shipped from England a century ago, and wooden beams that have stood for nearly 100 years. What sets Penang Hill estates apart is their combination of history, natural beauty, and exclusivity. You can't just build a new mansion on Penang Hill. Preservation laws and limited land make these properties irreplaceable. Owning one isn't just about wealth, it's about securing a piece of Malaysian colonial history. From historic hilltop retreats to modern tropical compounds, our next mansion shows what happens when unlimited budget meets contemporary design. Number 5. Damansara Heights Glass Palaces. Modern minimalism meets Malaysian luxury. Estimated value range: 40 to 60 million ringgit, approximately $9 to $14 million. Damansara Heights is Kuala Lumpur's premier address for the modern ultra-wealthy, and the glass palaces here represent a completely different aesthetic from colonial estates. These are architectural statements. Massive homes built almost entirely of floor-to-ceiling glass, allowing natural light to flood every room while offering panoramic views of the city skyline. The design philosophy is minimalist luxury. Clean lines, neutral palettes, and carefully curated spaces where every element serves both function and form. The lifestyle inside these glass palaces is contemporary and sophisticated. Imagine waking in a master suite where the entire wall is glass overlooking tropical gardens, having morning coffee in a kitchen with professional-grade appliances and marble countertops that cost more than luxury cars, then working out in a private gym with views that rival any five-star hotel. These homes typically feature infinity pools that seem to merge with the sky, entertainment systems that transform living rooms into private theaters, and smart home technology that controls everything from lighting to security with a smartphone. But it all started in the early 2000s when a new generation of Malaysian tycoons, many made wealthy by technology, finance and modern industries, wanted homes that reflected contemporary success rather than colonial nostalgia. They hired award-winning architects, many trained in Australia or Singapore, to create residences that could compete with anything in Hong Kong or Singapore. The result was a neighborhood transformation, as older properties were torn down and replaced with these modern masterpieces. The construction process for these homes is extraordinary. We're talking about custom-designed glass panels that cost hundreds of thousands of ringgit, Italian marble flown in specifically for each project, and landscaping that requires sophisticated irrigation systems to maintain lush gardens despite being built on hillsides. Some properties include private elevators, wine cellars climate-controlled to within 1 degree, and parking for 12 vehicles in underground garages. What makes Damansara Heights particularly impressive is how it represents Malaysia's emergence as a sophisticated modern economy. These aren't homes trying to copy Western styles. They're distinctly Malaysian interpretations of contemporary luxury, blending tropical design elements with cutting-edge architecture. And while glass palaces show off modern success, our next property proves that some Malaysians prefer tropical resort living as their daily reality. Before we continue to the top 4, let me ask you something. Are you enjoying this tour through Malaysia's most incredible homes? If so, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps us create more content like this. Now, let's reveal the absolute pinnacle of Malaysian luxury. Number 4. Robert Kuok's KL Compound, the Sugar King's private kingdom. Estimated value 100+ million ringgit, approximately $23+ million. At 101 years old, Robert Kuok remains not just Malaysia's richest man, but also one of Asia's most legendary tycoons, with a net worth of $12.1 billion. His Kuala Lumpur compound reflects both his immense wealth and his famously private nature. Located in one of KL's most exclusive and heavily secured areas, the property is more fortress than house. Multiple buildings spread across extensive grounds, security that includes both technology and personnel, and privacy so complete that even aerial photographs are difficult to obtain. The lifestyle within these gates is the epitome of understated power. Robert Kuok built his empire on sugar, shipping, hotels, and palm oil, creating the Shangri-La hotel chain that became synonymous with Asian luxury. His personal residence reflects that same philosophy: exceptional quality without ostentation, comfort without showiness, and privacy above all else. The compound reportedly includes separate residences for family members, extensive gardens, and facilities for hosting business meetings that have shaped billions of dollars in deals. But it all started in the 1950s when a young Robert Kuok began trading commodities in Malaysia. His genius was seeing opportunities others missed and building systems others couldn't replicate. By the 1970s, he controlled much of Malaysia's sugar supply, earning the nickname Sugar King of Asia. That success funded expansions into hotels, property, and shipping, creating a diversified empire that survived economic cycles and political changes across multiple decades. What makes the Kuok compound particularly fascinating is what it represents: generational wealth built on actual business acumen rather than speculation or inheritance. This is a home earned through decades of strategic thinking, calculated risks, and an almost supernatural ability to predict market movements. The property isn't just valuable because of its size or location, it's valuable because it houses one of Asia's greatest business minds. The compound's exact specifications remain closely guarded secrets, which somehow makes it even more intriguing. In an era of social media excess, Kuok's refusal to showcase his wealth feels almost revolutionary. The mansion speaks through silence, proving that true power doesn't need validation. From the Sugar King's private kingdom to modern dynasties, our next property shows what the next generation of Malaysian wealth looks like. Number 3. Sunway Resort Mansion, Jeffrey Chia's Integrate Paradise. Estimated value, 150+ million ringgit, approximately $35+ million. Tan Sri Jeffrey Chia, founder of the Sunway Group and worth an estimated $3.5 billion, doesn't just own a mansion. He owns an entire ecosystem. His private residence sits within the massive Sunway integrated development, a city within a city that includes shopping malls, hotels, an international theme park, a university, and a medical center. The mansion itself is surrounded by the Sunway Lagoon and resort facilities, meaning Chia essentially lives inside his own business empire. The lifestyle here is unprecedented in Malaysian real estate. Imagine walking out your front door and being able to access world-class shopping, entertainment, dining, and recreation, all without leaving property you control. The mansion reportedly features direct access to private sections of the resort, allowing family and guests to enjoy 5-star amenities that are technically commercial facilities but function as personal luxuries. Private pools, multiple living pavilions, and entertainment spaces spread across the property create a compound designed for both family life and business entertaining. But it all started in 1974, when Jeffrey Chia, then a young medical equipment salesman, decided to venture into property development. He purchased a piece of tin mining wasteland in Selangor that others considered worthless and transformed it into what would become the Sunway City. That vision, turning wasteland into wealth, became his signature move, repeated across Malaysia and beyond. Today, Sunway Group's property portfolio is worth billions, and Chia's personal residence sits at the heart of his greatest achievement. The genius of Chea's setup is integration. His mansion isn't just near his businesses, it's embedded within them, allowing him to live, work, and play in a fully controlled environment. This represents a distinctly Asian approach to wealth, where successful tycoons often prefer to build entire ecosystems rather than just occupy space in them. What also sets Chea apart is his philanthropy. He's pledged significant portions of his wealth to education through Sunway University and various foundations, proving that his empire isn't just about accumulation, but also about legacy. And from integrated development to royal grandeur, the top two properties represent the absolute peak of what money and power can create in Malaysia. Number 2, Istana Negara, the National Palace. Estimated value, 1+ billion ringgit, approximately $230+ million as government property. At 97.65 hectares, Istana Negara isn't just Malaysia's largest and most expensive residence, it's a statement of national pride and royal prestige. This is the official residence of Malaysia's Yang di-Pertuan Agong, King, and while technically government property rather than a private mansion, its scale and luxury earn it a spot on this list. The palace complex includes the main royal residence, throne rooms, banquet halls capable of hosting thousands, and grounds that resemble a small city. The architecture blends traditional Malay design elements with modern construction, creating a palace that feels both timeless and contemporary. Golden domes catch sunlight, intricate Islamic geometric patterns decorate walls and ceilings, and vast ceremonial spaces allow for state functions on a scale that makes most hotels look intimate. The complex includes separate buildings for royal family members, staff accommodations for hundreds, and security facilities that ensure complete safety for Malaysia's head of state. But it all started in 2011 when the new palace was officially completed, replacing the old Istana Negara that had become too small for modern state functions. The construction reportedly cost over 800 million ringgit and took years to complete, with artisans from across Malaysia contributing specialized work. Every detail was designed to reflect Malaysia's status as a modern, successful nation, while honoring its royal and Islamic heritage. The interior features marble from Italy, chandeliers from Czech Republic, carpets from Turkey, and furniture custom-made by Malaysian craftsmen. The throne room alone is worth tens of millions, with its ceremonial throne, elaborate decorations, and spaces designed for formal state photography. The banquet halls can accommodate diplomatic functions with hundreds of guests, complete with kitchens capable of preparing state dinners that meet international protocols. What makes Istana Negara remarkable isn't just its size or cost, it's what it represents. In a region where republics are common, Malaysia maintains its unique rotating monarchy system, and this palace serves as the physical embodiment of that tradition. It's where Malaysia's kings live during their 5-year terms, where state business is conducted, and where the nation presents itself to the world. And now we reach number 1, a property that isn't even finished yet, but already represents the future of Malaysian royal luxury. Number 1. Regent of Johore's $200 million Desaru estate, the future-if royal living. Estimated construction cost, over $200 million, approximately 850 million ringgit. Size, 27 hectares of waterfront property. Completion, expected 2029. At number 1 sits a mansion that doesn't exist yet, but will redefine Malaysian luxury when completed. Tengku Ismail Ibrahim, the Regent of Johor and eldest son of Malaysia's current King Sultan Ibrahim Iskandar, commissioned RSP Architects, owned by billionaire Peter Lim, to create what will be Malaysia's most expensive private residential estate. Located in Desaru, a pristine coastal area in southeastern Johor, this $200 million project represents the absolute pinnacle of what wealth and royal status can create. The estate will span 27 hectares of prime waterfront property, featuring not just a main royal residence, but an entire compound designed to function as a self-contained royal retreat. Plans include multiple guest villas for visiting dignitaries and family members, a children's club for the next generation of royals, comprehensive sports facilities including private football pitches, fitting for the President of the Football Association of Malaysia, and perhaps most remarkably, an underground shooting range and armory capable of housing up to 100 soldiers assigned to the Regent's security detail. But it all started with a vision of creating a royal residence worthy of Malaysia's modern monarchy. The Regent of Johor is not just royalty, he's a billionaire in his own right through family holdings in property, plantations and businesses. The choice to build in Desaru reflects strategic thinking. The area is being developed as a premium tourist destination, and royal investment signals confidence in its future. The architectural firm RSP was chosen not just for expertise, but for family connections. Kiat Lim, Peter Lim's son and chairman of RSP, shares a close friendship with the Regent. This residence transcends being merely a home, the Regent stated publicly. It embodies family, heritage, and collaboration. That statement reveals the deeper meaning behind this massive project. This isn't just about building the biggest or most expensive house. It's about creating a royal seat for future generations, a place where the Johor royal family can entertain, conduct business, and maintain their position as one of Southeast Asia's most powerful dynasties. The 4-year construction timeline suggests extraordinary attention to detail. We're talking about custom materials, imported fixtures, landscaping that will transform 27 hectares into private paradise, and infrastructure, including roads, utilities, and security systems sophisticated enough to protect a future king. The underground military facilities alone represent engineering challenges most residential projects never face. What pushes this estate to number one isn't just the $200 million price tag, it's what that investment represents. This is generational wealth meeting royal power, tradition meeting modernity, and Malaysian ambition meeting world-class architecture. When completed in 2029, this estate will stand as the ultimate expression of Malaysian luxury, a property so exclusive and so expensive that it exists in a category entirely its own. From modern glass palaces in the city to colonial estates in the hills, from tycoon compounds to royal waterfront kingdoms, Malaysia's billionaire mansions prove that extreme wealth creates extraordinary homes. These properties aren't just about square footage or price tags, they're about vision, legacy, and the kind of luxury that most people can't even imagine. Which of these incredible estates impressed you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories about the world's most extraordinary properties.